Hey friend, when I was doing my walk through El Cangrejo, I also decided to visit this little farmer's market. I guess it borders El Cangrejo. It's on Avenida Ramon Arias as you're heading towards via Israel. But anyway, when you go in there, it's on a busy road. They do have nice parking lot. Of course, that doesn't matter to me. Look at this mound of avocados. Sometimes I come here, but mostly for the veggies. I'm not usually impressed by the fruit. There is another Donde, which is the name, in San Francisco, and apparently it is a much larger uh, store, or I don't think it's a store. It has a larger area and then more choices, I guess, right? But this is my friend, and you do get those little carriages to shop with. They lead. They're not the best little things, I always feel like they're gonna fall over. But anyway, as you go to the right, you see this is like a little freezer. They'll have frozen fruit there. I saw a lot of strawberries in there. There was another one on the right with some ice cream. And over here they have miel, which is honey. And this is some kind of animal fat in those white bottles. And of course, I passed right by that one. The floors can be uneven, so be careful. And they go on a slant, so it's easy for you to kind of lose your footage. Um, they also have condensed milk on the right there. So in those stores, they have the fruits on one side and the veggies on the other, so they're not mixed. Of course, they have these fans to kind of, and of course, when I go there, I'm standing in front of them to cool off because, So on the right hand side of fruit, so you're gonna see coconut, fresh coconut, pineapple. I am not in love with their produce here. I have to tell you that. You can get a couple of pineapples for $1, and nothing beats the fruits and veggies from Merca Panama. I'm just telling you. All right. This some papayas, mangoes, and they had a bunch of empty space back there, which was unusual. In the middle, they always have apples and pears, and they'll say £3 for $1, like the apples. In my estimation, I'd rather buy those at Ray because I feel like it's like when you go to Walmart, and at Walmart you're getting not the best quality, but it's cheap. No bueno para mí. No. And also I usually buy pears at Ray, and I look at those pears. And the thing is, when I get them here, I don't get them. When I see them, they look like they weren't allowed to mature. You know what I mean? That they kind of harvested them too soon. So, nah. And they have limes, and I guess they look like key limes, but they're not good limes. I've never bought limes here. I don't mind going to Reba Smith and paying two something for a bag if it's the right thing. So, yeah, and they have mandarin also. Mandarins are not cheap in Panama, 3 for $1, but they're real small, and of course, I didn't buy any. More lime. What are those? Oh, those are what do we call those again? Oh, shoot. Maracuya. Maracuya. Bananas. What are those? More lime. And then this is the sapote. Is it sapote? I bought some today, 4 for $1. And that's how it was at Mercato. Sapote, yes. And I'll do a video about that because I got 3. I think they look like beets, but they're not beets. And then when you keep going, you're going to be in the vegetable section. Look at that. lots of green beans and beets, remolacha for beets, habichuelas for beans, and then they have some tomato cherry tomatoes. The next thing on the right is the chayote that I love. Yes. Now I come for those things here. I have bought some cherry tomatoes and chayote here. Then it's radishes and carrots and aubergine, eggplant. They look decent. Yeah, look at that. And almost everything was $1 a pound, which was really weird. And then this is pepino, cucumbers. Yes. Yeah, that's why I said I come here mostly for the veggies. And in the middle, they always have the specials, right? In the middle of the aisle, I guess you call it the aisle, they'll have them bagged for $1 a piece. And the plantains looked horrible. And then you have onions. No. I don't think I bought anything. I bought onions, but I think I bought them at Reba Smith. You know, I don't mind paying a little bit, but I'm not buying just the cheap stuff. See? $1 a pound. And someone, I was reading a review, it's like, no veggies, no celery. Yes, they do. Look at that. That's celery, apio. And then I bought some broccoli. The broccoli looked amazing. Yes. So don't listen to those people. I just hate when they do that. Maybe they didn't have it the day you were there. Because remember, you're in Panama. Now you see it, now you don't. Look at all the lettuce. And they do have it like in a cooling area. Look at, you see that grill there for the cool weather. Yes. And then this is a place where I used to come to get blueberries. They used to have blueberries right in the front when you come in, and they were like $1.75. But okay, you have ajo, garlic, and sapallo. Is it repollo? Repollo, cabbage, red cabbage, regular cabbage, and then you get into some of the greens. You see, they have spinach, and they have bok choy that they call mustard here. Culantro is always, not culantro. Culantro is not expensive. Now those are the little green onions they have. I do not like those. They're very dirty and they're too little. So I just buy leeks. And then they'll have some of the herbs. They don't have a lot of herbs. They'll have cilantro, culantro. They have bero, which is the watercress. I bought some today at the Don Felipe. You're not going to find asparagus here, so don't come look for asparagus or Brussels sprouts. This is a neighborhood farmers market. This is what the folks, the locals, what they buy, that's what they have here, okay? And then over here, I think they have the squash. Yes, they always have loads of it. And then they had a whole thing of curcuma, which is turmeric, fresh turmeric. Look at that. Oh, that stuff is so cheap here. Look at that, $1 for a pound. You can buy like, I think I bought a pound for like 60 cents at Merca. And of course, everything at Merca is a bit cheaper because people go buy there in bulk and then they come and do a resale. Hijembre, that's ginger. And then all the root vegetables, you know, the yams are here, and regular potatoes. Yes, they always have loads of those because they put them in their soups and they're big in soups. This is the middle aisle where you're going to get every little package for $1, okay? So if you're looking to, let's say you're cooking and you want some bargains, this is where you get it. $1. Everything is $1. The squash looks pale. I think it's my camera doing that. And then the peppers are not $1 a pound. They're always more expensive. Now the poblano peppers are cheaper, but these are usually like $3. I think they were like $2 something here. and you get the zucchini. Oh, so much zucchini. Yeah, $2.60 for the pimiento, for the peppers. Yes. So, I can get some things, especially if I'm going to put it on in my backpack. There you go. Oh, this is the yellow squash that you have a hard time finding. So I bought a couple. And the picture here doesn't do it justice because it's like an orange, beautiful color. I have a couple in my fridge. And I still have all the... Oh, this is me. I was dancing to the music. Of course, I can't play it for you. Yep. All right, guys. So that is a little tour of the Donde, Arvey that borders El Cangrejo. So if you get a chance to visit, do so. Or if you want to visit the one in San Francisco, just put it in your Google map and then it's going to take you there. All right. It was hot, let me tell you. And when I go there, I can't ever cool off. I'll stand in front of that fan. But it doesn't last. And then I walk to the metro. So it's like 5 or 6 blocks to the metro to Via Argentina, okay? And there is no really direct buses on that road that it's on. I do not believe I've seen buses there. But traffic is usually pretty heavy. Yeah, I don't buy fruits over there. So, continue to enjoy the rest of the video. But I just thought, oh, I'm up to paying. I just thought I would just show you a little bit of what they have so you know what to expect. Over.